More than 140,000 people have already visited the Auschwitz exhibit at the Reagan Library to learn about history. But for one visitor this week, she actually lived it. Her story is a remarkable journey of fear, pain, and ultimately forgiveness.
It can happen again.
We're touring the Auschwitz exhibit at the Reagan Library with 93-year-old Camarillo resident Celina Karp Biniaz. Celina survived the death camp at Auschwitz, where 1.1 million men, women, and children were murdered. Her savior? Businessman Oskar Schindler. Celina, the youngest girl on his list of employees. What does Oskar Schindler mean to you?
Well, he gave me my life.
Her story documented by historian Bill Fredericks in his book, Saved by Schindler, The Life of Celina Karp Biniaz.
The human spirit is very strong, and she's an example of that moving forward.
Yeah.
She's led an amazing life.
Celina's early childhood in Poland was happy, but as she grew, she'd witness atrocity after atrocity.
To see children being killed, babies, that was awful.
Her dad, seen here, lied about her age so Celina could work with him at a factory at just 10 years old.
My parents were very afraid that if they came back, I wouldn't be there one of these days.
Oskar Schindler arranged for Celina to travel to his factory in Czechoslovakia. But due to a clerical error, Celina's train arrived at Auschwitz instead.
It was horror. There were the dogs barking, the plumes of fire in the sky, smell, incredible smell, you know, and we were in Auschwitz.
Did you think you were going to die?
Oh, the fear was there all along.
Before Celina could be killed in the gas chambers like so many other victims, Schindler arrived and paid for her to get out to come work for him. After the war, an angry Celina studied with a German nun that changed her life.
She was the first human being who looked at me as a human being rather than a piece of vermin or a discard.
Her rage started to fade.
She taught me that hatred is corrosive and that you really have to face your problems and work through them in order to move on in life.
Celina moved to America and became a special education teacher.
She's resilient, she's forgiving, she's compassionate. That's the most important part of her story to me.
For much of her life, Celina didn't talk about this part of her story, didn't think most people would believe it. And then Steven Spielberg's movie changed everything.
I could have gone one more person.
The 1993 film Schindler's List won the Oscar for Best Picture and Best Director for Steven Spielberg.
I always say Schindler gave me a life, but Steven Spielberg gave me a voice.
And I have the privilege of interviewing Mrs. Celina Biniaz.
In 1996, Celina recorded her testimony for USC's Shoah Foundation, a nonprofit founded by Spielberg for survivors of genocides to tell their stories on camera so history will never forget.
Nothing connects like the human voice.
Celina now uses her voice to tell her story all the time, including to then-President Barack Obama, Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot, whose own grandfather survived Auschwitz, and comedian Sacha Baron Cohen.
It allowed me to speak.
This week, Celina and her biographer addressing a sold-out crowd at the Reagan Library in Simi Valley. What do you think is the most important thing that you want young people to know from your story?
You have to forgive. You cannot hold grudges. You cannot hate, because it will get you nowhere.
I mean, there's some people that'll hear that and say, how do you forgive the Nazis, the worst people in the history of the world?
You forgive, but you don't forget.
Our thanks to editor Debbie Kim and photographer Olin Martinez for their help on that story. By the way, there's a limited time to see the Auschwitz exhibit for yourself. It is remarkable. Head to reaganfoundation.org to buy tickets.
Her story is so important. She's so amazing. What moved you the most about meeting and talking with her?
This idea of forgiveness, right? This idea that it only hurts you to hate. And you have so much more room in your heart to love if you let go of the hate. That's a very powerful thing.
What a blessing that she is sharing that voice.
Yeah, one of my favorite stories I've ever had the privilege of working on. Thanks to her.